Hi there, welcome to Pink Amazon Therapy. My name is Mukimba Rahedi. I'm a counselor, life coach, and a mental health enthusiast. I'd like to begin by thanking you for clicking on this video and for your continued support. On my platform, I share positive, educational, and uplifting content on mental health and wellness. If it's your first time here, click the subscribe button, and also while at it, click the notification bell so as to be informed every time I post new content. As well, I am creating a community, so feel free to leave questions or comments on the comment section. Leave a thumbs up when you have enjoyed the content. Before we begin, remember that each of my videos is for educational purposes only, to improve lives. Please do not feel triggered, offended, or attacked. For virtual therapy, trauma recovery, anxiety and depression awareness, sobriety coaching, check out the link in the description box. As well, to follow my social media pages and read my written content on WordPress, check out the links in the description box below. Now, let's get started. So, enjoying every single day of your life purposefully. My tagline, that's what it is. And it has a little bit of background. One of my favorite preachers is Joyce Meyer, and her tagline is enjoying everyday life. And I think I just added a little bit of purposefully because for me, everything about my journey so far has been about me making very intentional decisions. I actually have a little bit of blocked ears, so I'm not so sure how my audio is going to sound, even how my voice is going to sound, but I'm sure I will tell during the editing process of all of this. But so let's get to it. How can you enjoy every single day of your life purposefully? I know it sounds really far-fetched. How can you be able to be joyful through pain? How can you be able to be, happy anyway, even when things are not going your way, even when things are not absolutely perfect? But I had spent such a long part of my life being such a conditional happy person, and I just felt miserable. I felt so miserable that my circumstances seemed to be affecting every single thing. If I had a bad morning, it meant I would have a bad day. And seeking therapy myself, despite being also a therapist myself, seeking therapy and being able to study and being able to understand myself a lot more has allowed me to make that transition into a place where I'm choosing my happy. I'm choosing my happy regardless of what's happening around me. I'm choosing my happy despite sometimes even how I feel. I know happiness is a feeling, but I'm saying I choose my happy even though I don't feel happy. I have to make very cognitive, very personal decisions to make my life what I want it to be. Now, this is not to neglect the fact that we do feel certain things and our feelings are 100% valid. But this video is kind of like, when you find yourself having a little bit of a bad day or a little bit of a bad moment, it's just a tip-top reminder that you cannot let this be conditional. You cannot let how you view and how you handle your everyday life to be conditional. So of course, as usual, I had some notes, and I have about 8 ways to enjoy your life daily, purposefully. Enjoying every day purposefully. Okay. Number 1 is refuse to settle for mediocrity. Refuse. And for me, it's really helpful to know that I have a bigger calling than whatever it is that I'm going through today. I have a bigger calling than my self-pity. I have a bigger calling than anything I could be experiencing right now. And so because I refuse mediocrity to be part of my life, I refuse to just get by. I refuse to do things without passion. I refuse to do my life without drive. So I make a choice. I want to live an exemplary life. So I will make sure that even the most of mundane of experiences are just that. They also are extraordinary to me. They are also very life affirming to me. So I refuse to settle for mediocrity. That's my first way for enjoying every single day purposefully. Now, you have to understand, to enjoying every day purposefully is literally how you can be able to improve your mental health. So this goes hand in hand, okay? So the next thing that can help you enjoy every single day purposefully is start learning things about yourself. Like if you're going through your day, if you're just going through your everyday, learn some new things about yourself. There is so much, and that's why I talk about introspection and self-research, and even just researching together with your therapist is it really helps to understand a lot more about us, and you have this aha moments where you realize, oh, that's what that is. Okay. And if you are brave, but I will tell you, if you're not brave, if you're not there yet, you could seek other people to give you a perspective, people you trust though, to give you a perspective of what they think of you, but learn something interesting and an interesting fact about you as a person, you as a personality, me as Mukimba Rahedi. How am I as a person, and how does the cuteness, the quirkiness, the intelligence, the beauty even, yeah, it really helps to allow you to enjoy your life. Because once you get to enjoy yourself, you're an easier person to be around, and you get to enjoy your life a lot more. The third thing is learn to invest in yourself. Investing in yourself could come from a very large spectrum. I'm not saying every time you feel bad about yourself, the first thing you do is rush to buy something for yourself and say, you know what, I am self-caring. I am living my life purposefully. I'm enjoying my everyday purposefully. We can go from the basics. Being able to invest in yourself is also being able to make wise decisions today that will affect your life tomorrow. What do you eat? Right? Do you drink enough water? Do you exercise? Are you controlling the thoughts that are coming into your mind? Are you protecting your energy? Those are such great investments in yourself. They are amazing investments in yourself, because once you have invested in that, you're ready. You're able to just make that decision that tomorrow will be better because I made really great choices today. Today I can sleep better because I had a workout. That's an investment in myself. Also, invest even in things like your education. Invest in things that you know will be beneficial to you. You are not just, a space that needs to just be occupied by anything and everything. Invest in that space. Make conscious investments. Travel. Do things that you enjoy, because you're trying to enjoy your everyday purposefully. You're trying to improve your mental health. So you're trying to also make sure that you're giving yourself what you deserve. Okay? Because nobody else is going to give you what you deserve if you haven't even started giving it to yourself. Okay? Get comfortable with discomfort and pain. I have noticed this is a constant. I don't know when we got preached to or when we got distracted, where we have such a bad association with discomfort, and either we try and avoid it or we try and medicate it, and neither one of this are great in terms of the best processes to handle discomfort and pain. And the reason why I'm saying enjoying your everyday purposefully is also not being so overly affected by discomfort, and understanding sometimes life is uncomfortable. That is literally a part of life. Being uncomfortable, not always getting what you want, and not always getting the results that you want, and maybe your results taking longer than you have expected, is just part of life. And the thing is that I I don't know when we start associating even the slightest amount of distress to need to be instantly medicated or instantly handled. The best way to enjoy your life is just make peace with that, because tomorrow another pain is going to come and you will have to find some new way, some new method to handle that pain. And if you don't make yourself comfortable with the fact that this feeling of pain is not anti-life, it's not anti-living, it's actually living as well. So sometimes life is uncomfortable, sometimes we are in not very great situations, and especially if they are bringing us to get to those things that are good for us and are great for our affect, then 100% make peace with discomfort and make peace with pain. Okay, the other thing is learn to have a problem-solving attitude. And for me, this is a lot of therapy concentrates on coping skills, but I also like to implement the idea of creating a person or an individual by the time you're being transformed by your therapy, to have that agreement that on the things that you can solve, figure out a solution for your problems, for those that you can solve. And for those that you can solve, obviously learn to let go. But for those that you can solve, have a problem-solving attitude, in that instead of spending so much time complaining, feeling pity for yourself, feeling sad about what's happened, being controlled by a circumstance, how about you find a way out of it? If it's something that you can get out of, then yes, find a way out of it. If it's something that you need to cope with in the moment, then also establish your coping skills. Okay. Adventure. Adventure is a point here. I'm starting to learn how to live my life a little bit more adventurously. I'm not just talking about traveling and going to different places, but for me, adventure also means being comfortable with meeting new people who are not necessarily the people I would spend my everyday to day life with. Adventure is important if you want to enjoy your life, because for me, I'm speaking as a person who has struggled a little bit with some forms of social anxiety, is that I did stay away from situations and things that may not necessarily have brought me 100% joy. And when I did, I was avoiding very great experiences. I was avoiding things that could be good for me, could be beneficial for me. And I'm learning that adventure is important in enjoying my everyday purposefully, in improving my mental health, in not having to avoid these things. And that brings me to my next point. Avoidance comes from a place of dread, and that is something that you will need to get rid of. Could be my final point. Avoid dread and fear. Fear will be something that you will experience, but learn to live your life a little bit more courageously and be okay with having to handle things that you're not comfortable with, and having the courage to just push through circumstances and, get the best out of situations. Dread is a self-fulfilling prophecy. And when you dread something, somehow it just comes to be proven. As if you think something's going to be negative, chances are it's going to be negative. If you think something to be positive, chances are it's going to be positive. So if you can have a change in your mindset and prepare yourself for just great things are coming to me, great companies coming to me. It may not be what I'm used to, but this energy, I want to feel it, I want to experience it, I want to be able to understand it. And you might open yourself to such amazing experiences. So adventure and lack of dread come together. But yeah, those are two things that those would be my last 2 points: adventure and avoiding dread.